Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. So I'm here now in Seoul, South Korea, and I'm asking people living, working, studying, traveling here, what are some aspects of being in Korea that were new, they were shocking, but you've successfully adapted to these things? And on the other side, what are some things that you're still struggling to get used to? This is a very interesting video. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. Without further ado, let's begin.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm from Italy.
What's something about living in Korea that you were not used to at first? It was kind of surprising, but now you're thinking, I like this. I can get used to this. This is not so bad.
It came to my mind one particular thing. Actually, in Europe, when you enter to somewhere, in a place, and there is someone behind you, you just hold the door for the other person. But here, they don't do that. Yeah, it's not that they don't care, it's just not their culture to do that.
Yeah, they don't think about it.
Yeah, they don't think about it. And actually, I adapt to this thing so well because sometimes I really forget to, give attention to people, but not just because I'm tired. And so, but they don't care, they don't think you're rude. So, that's fine, thank God.
You know, what I find is so interesting is that people say that Korea is very collectivist, worry about the neighborhood, the tribe, the group. But things like this where you're like holding the door or talking to people in the street, it's very much like isolated.
Yeah.
Like you're alone, I'm not gonna bother you, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
Whereas in America, people say everybody's an individual, I'm my own person, it's me, you, me, them, they. But at the same time, holding the door thing for random people is more of a thing. It's kind of like a paradox, right?
Yeah, it's a paradox, but I think it's just part of the culture. Like here, they have such a introvert culture. Okay, I don't disturb you, you don't disturb me, but I think it's just a thing that comes from the history, It's like when you ask me why Italians do hands gesture. I don't know, it's just like this. We were born like this. It's nothing that you cannot do. It's just culture.
My name is Alison and I'm from France. The toilets in the subway.
Okay.
They're clean. You can actually go to the toilet in the subway. It's impossible to do that in France.
What do you mean?
We're kind of dirty, I would say. No, but I mean, people don't take care of the things,
Sure.
I
would say some parts of the US are similar. Yeah.
People don't take care of the things, so you can't get free things like this because or else it will be a mess. So that's the thing that I like. And it's free also, it's free. It's free.
The bathroom's not free in France?
If you go to the mall, sometimes you have to pay.
To use the bathroom?
Yeah. In some part, yes.
Actually, it was the same in Italy. When I lived there, you gotta pay. Not everywhere, but some places you gotta pay to use the bathroom.
Yeah, it's the same in France, yeah.
My name is Luna and I'm from France. I like the little area, like when you can go inside, like when you wait the bus, like if it's cold outside, like you can go in.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's warm.
and the bus stops.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Those are really nice.
It's going well. I'm Kyle from Seattle, Washington. So I'd say at the restaurants, you don't have to wait for the bill. They just like give it to you right up front, and then so you're ready to go and pay, as soon as you want. And I love that because I don't like, sitting around once I'm done with my meal to go, to wait for the waiter to bring my bill. I like it just going at my own pace with that.
No tips either.
I like that part too.
I like that. I don't hate it.
Yeah, the tips are going up and up in America. Like they expect it to go up and up. Now,
what's the percentage now?
So was that 15 was like the standard? Now like the standard is 18.
So you're expected to pay at least 18% tip on most service industries like restaurants, haircut, delivery, ordering a pizza, Uber.
Yes, everything.
I'm Kennedy.
My name's Raph. We're from Los Angeles, California. I mean, I would just say like the weather first and foremost has been amazing. Like the fact that it's this sunny, but then it's this temperature is really nice, especially coming from Los Angeles. If it looks like this, it'd be 85 degrees, 90 degrees. So that's very comforting.
That's a sick jacket, by the way.
I appreciate it, man. I like yours too. I like the driving style here too. It's like a good mix of aggression, but also like everybody knows what's going on. People, in my opinion, have the appropriate amount of aggression that it takes to drive collectively.
People often do say that it is a bit aggressive here, but whenever in a taxi or I'm driving, I've never really had an issue. No accidents.
Passive, slow drivers, the traffic is worse. I don't know. I don't appreciate it. I like people that just want to get to where they're going. So I would say that's been really cool to see.
I really like that tax is included in the price of everything.
Oh yeah, that's big time.
That's awesome. And they like round it up. So
Right.
it's like a clean number for you to just pay.
Yep.
Exactly. That's great. And in the US you have to tip because people don't get paid enough working in food service or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Because the business owner just doesn't want to pay them.
Right,
basically.
right.
성인이 되어서 언어를 배우는 게 얼마나 어려운지 그리고 어떻게 해야 진짜로 늘 수 있는지 저는 잘 압니다. 제가 아는 모든 노하우를 25개 강의 안에 전부 담았어요. 자연스러운 발음 트레이닝, 예문 분석, 워크시트, 그리고 넷플릭스 장면 분석, 어휘 확장 레슨까지 모두 들어 있습니다. 이 강의 하나면 자막 없이 넷플릭스를 이해할 수 있게 될 거예요. 이 과정은 여러분을 안 들려요 단계에서 자막 없이도 들려요 단계까지 끌어올려 줄 거예요. 아래 링크를 눌러보시고 이 강의가 어떤 변화를 만들어 볼 수 있는지 직접 확인해 보세요. Hey, how's it going? What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Izzy and I'm from Manchester in the UK. I actually love how safe I feel walking around. Even something as small as walking around using maps on my phone. Obviously because I'm here on my own, I'm relying on that. But normally in most cities in the UK, you just whip out your phone, you hold it close to you and then you put it away as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's quite common to have your phone snatched out.
Even while you're walking like that?
Yeah.
They'll just lift it from you?
Yeah. I've not at any point felt unsafe and it feels very clean. And yeah, especially as a solo female traveller, I felt particularly safe here.
Yeah, right on.
Which I could get used to.
Is that more or less than China or Taiwan or the same? Or
I imagine that I would feel slightly more unsafe in Beijing than I
Okay.
do here. Yeah.
I'm Federico, I'm from Italy. The thing I like the most here, like the first thing is like how people are amazingly honest. Last time we were in a bar outside drinking and the people next to us just like left their phone and wallet on the table and went to the toilet in the middle of like there's a lot of people around and nobody's stealing you. Like you can leave your phone, I can put my phone like on there and nobody gonna take it. Like if you do it in Paris, like 2 minutes is gone. It's gone. I feel like they're very like welcoming in a sense because like they don't try to cheat you. In Italy, I mean, the people cheat tourists because like they don't understand. Here they are so transparent with you.
so they don't take advantage of
of
tourists?
You. Yeah, not much I think.
That's really cool.
There are probably also here,
But less.
but less.
What's something that you can't really see yourself getting used to? It's tough to get used to this aspect of living in Korea.
I know it's a thing that Koreans don't do on purpose, but I really don't like, but it's just a personal thing. When they speak English to you, even though I speak Korean to them. Now, I know they want to practice English, I totally understand, but I want to feel like one of you. Like, yeah, I want to feel included. For me, feeling included, I know maybe it's a stupid thing, but for me, feeling included
Makes
is
sense.
like, it's like speaking Korean with you and maybe be part of that friendship that you have also with Korean friends. There are some people who speak to me in English at first, of course, because they don't know that I speak Korean. But when then I speak Korean, they're all, 안녕하세요. 진짜 한국어 잘하시네요. 이렇게. And, yeah, 이렇게. So they're really friendly. But you know, there are some people who forcefully want to speak in English.
Here's the thing though, I totally agree with you. I've been here for 11 years. I'm the same. But 99% of people that come here don't speak Korean. So you're the exception. That's the fact.
That's why I think like
That's
this.
why they do it. Because you're a language learner and you live here.
I totally understand. I'm sorry, Koreans. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Love it. That doesn't mean your experience and your feeling is wrong. But Korea is unique because if you compare it to where I'm from in the US or Japan even, I don't know about Italy, I wonder about that. If I'm a foreigner going to the US, everybody speaks to me in English.
Right.
If I go to Japan, even in the airport, they're speaking to me in Japanese. Korea is a bit different. They'll speak to you in English.
Right.
Not
right.
Korean.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. How is Italy?
They speak to you with hands and you
A
want
big
to
thing?
eat this.
Is this a big thing here in Italy?
Yeah, they actually Koreans know a lot this. I was shocked when I tell Koreans that I'm Italian. They say, oh, they do like this. I was shocked. Do you even know what it means? For anyone who doesn't know, it means what do you want?
That's
Yeah.
what it means. What are some things that you are having trouble getting used to?
Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, crossing here because like you need to wait. Like in France, we don't care. Like if there's no car, like we just pass. Like here it's long, so I'm like, okay, there's no cars, but I can pass.
So if there's no cars, the street is empty,
Yeah.
you just walk.
Yeah, but
But here,
no.
even if the street is empty, you gotta wait for the
Yeah.
light. Is it frustrating?
Yeah.
Not putting toilet paper in the toilet. Throwing toilet paper in the garbage bin next to the toilet.
Yeah.
It's stinky.
Not used to it.
Not used to it at all.
Yeah, okay. Great answer. Yeah. The bathrooms, there's a few things in the bathrooms. They have those like soap on a stick.
Yes,
Oh, yes,
the soap on a
definitely.
stick
I've never
too.
seen that before.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, but
Lots of bar soap.
everything is very logical here. Everything makes sense in terms of like just even like the push to open the doors. I don't know. Everything
I
is
like
just
that.
like very thought out. So I would say I haven't really had anything where I'm like, why is it like this?
Okay,
It's-
I'll give you another one then.
All right.
I'll give you one more.
You gave me so many for the positive.
Yeah, it's a good
He's heard this from me plenty of times,
Oh.
but the metal chopsticks,
Oh yeah.
they get too hot.
Get too hot.
You put it in the soup, and then you put it in your mouth, and it's so hot.
That's a really interesting point.
Just saying. And the spoons.
And the shape is a little. It's not as easy to use as I would say like a square.
Yeah.
Like a square wooden chopstick. The flat metal is definitely there's a skill gap.
Right?
For it.
Skill gap.
A little bit.
Skill gap.
Because the East Asian countries, they all use different chopsticks.
Yes. Yes.
Does your Chinese family use different chopsticks?
100%. Yeah.
Longer ones, right?
Not necessarily longer, but either wooden or plastic.
Yeah.
But metal was new to me when we started dating. It was so hot.
You went to
and
his house, there's metal chopsticks.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes the food, I find that like they put too much like sugary things.
A lot of people say that.
Inside the food, and like it's just like mixing up too much salt and sugar. Like when you expect salty thing and you get sugary thing, is not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like kind of uncomfortable to me, but like it's minor, you know.
As an Italian, have you tried the pizza here?
I did have a slice, yes, because I'm vegetarian also. This is
You're vegetarian, okay.
which is a big problem here because they put meat in everywhere. So once I was like kind of forced to take a slice of pizza because there was the only like dish without meat.
Cool. Was it okay?
Yeah, I mean it was a different thing. I mean I'm not judging. Like I'm Italian.
You're Italian.
I just like okay.
The birthplace of pizza.
Yeah, it's like another. Yeah, but like it's another dish. They
Sure,
cook their
sure.
way. I'm not judging.
Korean pizza, yeah.
Exactly, it's just Korean pizza.
Man.
How they like it.
You got a good mentality.
Thank you.
Maybe the AC on the subway because it's really, really cold.
Koreans like AC a lot.
Yeah, they like AC a lot. But I don't blame them. They're used to it. So in France, you don't have the AC like on the subway. I mean, not that much though. So yeah.
Koreans hate being hot.
I think so.
I love actually living here. Koreans are fantastic. I want to say hi to my hotel colleagues who I love a lot. Thank you for including me. I love you.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Did you enjoy it? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Sean, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.